2014 BMW i8 pre-purchase inspection. It's Mark from Remarkable Speaking. I'm here with Bernie Pawlik, Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver, Vancouver's best auto service experience. And we're talking cars. How are you doing, Bernie?
Doing very well.
So as I mentioned, this is a BMW i8. What's a if I could just only say it, pre-purchase inspection?
So pre-purchase inspection is something that you would do when you're buying a car. A very important thing to do, I think. There's so many things that can be wrong with a car that you'll never know of until you have someone look at it. So it's a highly important thing to do. It costs a bit of money, but it can save you thousands of dollars. We did one on a BMW i8 for a customer who was looking to buy this car.
So what do you look at during a pre-purchase inspection?
Well, we look at an awful lot of things. We have our digital inspection that we do at our shop. Digital meaning it's done on a digital platform. Technicians look over the vehicle. They can take photographs of things that are good, things that are bad, things that need to be done, items that are wearing out. We take measurements of the brakes and a variety of things, test the battery, do a pretty good look over the car. For BMW i8, one really important thing, because it's such an electronic car, we do a scan on the vehicle and see what trouble codes might be stored in the system. Any European car, if you drive it for 6 months, you'll have a slew of codes stored for any little defect that comes up. Most of them don't mean anything. So it's a matter of kind of discerning, are these important or not? We do that in the process.
So do you provide a printout for the inspection?
We can print it out, but normally we just present it to the customer electronically. So we'll send them a link either through the cell phone by text or through an email, and then you can open the link up and the inspection's all there. We can print it out, but I think it actually presents better. We'll have a look at a few pictures. So there's the fantastic BMW i8, and we can talk more about this car in a few minutes. This is the inspection. This is part of what you get. Of course, I can't screen capture the whole inspection, but as it presents out, it says 87 items that we looked at are okay. And these are just as an example, on this vehicle, the bulbs are all good. We tested the battery. It's good. The brakes were in good shape. So there's a number of things here. And if you see this plus button over on the right, I'm just moving my mouse pointer around. You can hit that button and it'll open everything up and it'll explain all the items we looked at. And then you can click on those and you can get more details if there are anything. There's one item with suggested service, and we have 4 items requiring service. This is a list of trouble codes, and it's a screen capture of our scan tool that had the list of the trouble codes that we found with the vehicle. We did actually clear them. So I don't know that it actually needed service, but they were items that had the potential to be looked at further. Further down in the drill down report, the air filter we looked at was dirty. There's a photograph of the dirty air filter, and the cabin air filter was recommended. This should probably have been orange. I mean, every technician has a certain different way of stating things, but the cabin air filter may have needed to be replaced. We just put check records, maintenance schedule, because if the air filter is dirty, chances are the cabin filter hasn't been done also. And this inspection, we can also little educational items, why it's important to change the filter. And as a client, you can read this and get some more information. Most people don't know much about cars. You think, hey, you need a cabin filter. What the heck is that? Well, this explains a bit about it. And of course, we explain that sort of thing too. Further items. So you can see this is a green item. Brake pads, but we actually have a measurement of the brake pads. 7 millimeters is a photograph of the brakes. Brake rotors were measured. Calipers are okay. So we provide measurements on certain items, tires, brakes, those sort of critical items, and you can see how they wear as the vehicle goes. So this car is a plug-in hybrid vehicle. So it does have a gasoline engine. It's got a little 3-cylinder engine here, and it keeps the batteries charged and the electric motors running. The range in this vehicle, I believe, is somewhere between maybe 25 and 35 miles of plug-in range. If you never plug it in, you'll be running off this gasoline. This will keep the battery sufficiently charged to provide all the power to the vehicle. But yeah, it's a tiny little engine kind of mounted in the middle of the vehicle. Looks rather dusty. This vehicle has pretty low kilometers, but it is, it's got a few years on it now. So dust builds up, but other than that, it's pretty good. Good little system for sure. And that's our show.
Since this is such a unique vehicle, was there anything special that you looked at that you needed to check?
Not really. I mean, it's a unique vehicle. There's not many of these made. I actually did a little reading on it. They only made about 20,000 of these cars worldwide. So even having one of them come in our shop is kind of a rarity. We're in Vancouver. I see a few of them driving around, but I mean, I don't know how many there are in total. Maybe you think worldwide there's 20,000. Maybe there's 20 of them in Vancouver. I don't know. There's probably not a lot, but you see them driving around here and there. They're a pretty awesome car, very distinct. But there's nothing more unique that we do on this inspection than we do on anything else. But being a hybrid vehicle, there's a couple other things to look at. And I think the scan is a really important thing because it'll reveal issues that might be there. And we didn't find much of anything on this vehicle.
So are you able to do full service and repair on this vehicle?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can do everything. I mean, the great thing about being a BMW is we can do pretty much everything on it. You know, parts are available through the BMW dealership network or wherever else we get parts from. It's no problem at all. All our scan tools and diagnostic equipment hooks up to it. So it's a good, easy vehicle. We can definitely work on it. I don't know how available parts are. I mean, this is the first one we've looked at. Hopefully we'll see a few more over time, but it's a rare vehicle.
So being a rare vehicle, how are i8s for reliability?
Well, thus far, I think they're pretty good. But being a BMW, I think they're probably prone to the same issues that you find on a lot of other BMWs, oil leaks from the engine, coolant leaks, things like that. This car, fortunately, had none. Only has about 50,000 kilometers. So it's, you know, practically new, but we didn't find any issues like that. But those are the kind of things I'd expect to find over time. You know, electronic issues. I mean, it's a complex car, so there's bound to be electronic issues over time. But as far as I know, there's nothing really particularly problematic about these vehicles other than, you know, they are expensive, and when things go wrong, they'll cost you money to fix because it's rare. Things are not going to be shared amongst other platforms too much.
If you're looking for service for your BMW, even if it's an i8 in Vancouver, BC, Canada, the guys to see are Pawlik Automotive. You can reach them on their website, pawlikautomotive.com. You can book there your appointment, or you can call 604-327-7112. You have to call and book ahead. They're always busy. Vancouver's best auto service experience. And thank you so much for watching and listening. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Bernie.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for watching.